I'm Mahdi Shaheeb Sher. My website is www.shaheeb.com. One of my interests in the world is America and the space program. I think that America currently is leading the world in space travel with its space program. I think that NASA with America is important in the world for the space travel that we conduct. Um, in the world, and I think that the American space program is to some extent um, quite an important part of how the world develops in the future. I think space travel and space programs for different countries is something that is quite important for the world. I think that more countries should be engaged in a space program as part of maybe an international effort, but also independently within their own countries as well. So I think that countries should take an initiative for a space program. I think they should dedicate a budget for a space program as part of their national budgets, and I think they should coordinate with other countries as well as part of these space programs to perhaps develop technology for the future, for space travel, and for the universe, and for kind of intelligent life and the exploration of planets, and perhaps habitation of planets as well. But I think to make first contact with the rest of the universe is quite an important achievement. It's a leap for mankind to be able to make some kind of first contact with life in the universe, and intelligent life in the universe. So I think that there is a lot of onus on the world to engage in space travel, to explore other life forms and intelligent life throughout the universe, and to explore planets and stars, and to gain a better understanding of how Earth fits into that kind of universe. I think it's important for human development as well, because the more we learn about the universe around us, the more we're able to learn about ourselves as individuals and as human beings. And I think that is a very important aspect in how the world develops, how it progresses, and how it advances. So I think space travel is very important, and I think that's why countries should invest in space programs and roll them out in countries everywhere throughout the world. And I think one of the interesting things is how we can kind of compare these different space programs at the moment. A lot of countries are involved in developing space programs at the moment. Um, Asia has quite a few of them. China and Japan and various other Asian countries have developed their own space programs because they see it as a national effort. They see it as a patriotic effort to kind of help develop their countries and their nations. So I think a lot of countries have developed the space programs. Europe has developed its own space programs as well. And I think a lot of other countries that perhaps are kind of maybe not so well economically developed, but are very well developed in terms of their space programs, are also developing their own initiatives when it comes to space travel and space exploration. So I think one of the interesting things about space travel and space exploration is that it is very easy to develop at the moment. It's quite cost effective. It may not be as expensive as it was a few decades ago, so it can be quite cheap to develop space programs. And I think that that's one of the positive aspects of countries perhaps entering the field of space exploration and space travel. It is becoming increasingly easier to develop space programs, especially with the concept of space tourism. I think from the development of space tourism, and space exploration with tourism. We've had kind of a cost efficiency and kind of a development of a huge volume of effort that's geared towards space travel and space exploration. I think individuals are able to engage with space travel and space exploration. So I think that a lot of people are able to enter space travel and space exploration. And of course, if individuals are able to do this with their own initiative and effort, then countries can also do that on a similar level. So I think that space tourism has changed a lot with space travel. And I think it has made it more cheaper, more cost effective. And I think that it is making it a more practical countries to jump on to space travel and space exploration as a national effort, as some kind of a patriotic kind of initiative. So I think that countries should place a huge emphasis on space travel. And fortunately, there is a lot of movement in this direction with tourism and various other efforts. So it is positive to see this kind of effort and momentum. There could be more public debate about space travel and exploration, and I think that would develop a lot of consensus around space travel and the exploration. It could attract a lot more money and maybe a volume of finance into space travel and exploration. So I think that there can be more public debate about this, especially with space tourism. And I think that would be a positive way to develop space travel for the future, is to perhaps involve individuals and tourism and have some kind of progressive development in that respect. One of the interesting things about the American space program is NASA, but also how it seems less developed than the rest of the world. I do feel that the American space program is perhaps less developed than the rest of the world. See this with the aircraft that they use, the spacecraft that they use. I think that their missions to Mars and into space involve their very basic design of spacecraft. And they look like jumbo jets. That's what their space shuttles look like. And I think that is very negative to actually witness, to actually see that the American space program does rely and depend on the same spacecraft and shuttles as it has done for the past 30 years or 40 years. And they look like jumbo jets. It's the same basic design and construct. They have those two wings and they have kind of those balloon noses that jumbo jets have. And I think for America to push forward its space program and space travel with these basic space shuttles is very disappointing to see. I think most of the rest of the world has advanced with its space shuttles more of a kind of a missile trajectory where their space shuttles are designed like missiles. And these are more advanced and modern kind of space shuttles. They're not like aircraft design or jumbo jets. They're kind of like modern space shuttles that are capable of more advanced space exploration and space travel. And I think that the fact that the rest of the world has more advanced um, kind of aircraft and shuttles shows that America is perhaps losing its ground when it comes to space travel now, and it's perhaps not as advanced as the rest of the world. I think the rest of the world should take more of a positive lead in space travel, as it is doing. And I think that could be the next push forward to see that the rest of the world with its own combination of effort, is taking more of a leap forward and maybe at a higher level and more of a progressive, quick level. So I think that the world is making more progress in maybe quick measures and steps as well. So I think that it could be goodbye to the American space program and it could be goodbye to NASA as well. I think the world has developed its own consensus and initiative to develop its own programs, and it could develop its own space travel that has more return on its kind of benefit. And I think that when you look at how the world develops space travel, it does it for the sheer benefit of the world as some kind of a celebration of humankind and mankind. I think with America, it's all about technology and technology, and it doesn't seem like good technology when you see those jumbo jet designs that it flies into space. So I think that the world should be able to celebrate its kind of initiative in space travel and its leaps and bounds in affordability and technology and design for good space travel and exploration. And this could be the future of space travel for mankind and the world as we know it. Thank you very much. Thank you.